Hi everybody, it's Kathy, and I'm here to show you how to make your own library pockets. Save you a little bit of money instead of buying them. Here's some that I've already made, and they're similar to what we'll be making today. This is the first one I made, and it simply has the pocket, and on the front of the pocket it has a little tuck spot for a little tag, and then the card itself, I put a little book folder in it, and then on the back I always like to add an additional place for folks to write. That's one, and this is the one I just made for a video, but I had it out of range. And it's similar. That's the back. It has a little tuck spot for a tag. And this has the same place to write on the back. Okie doke. So that's what we're going to do today. So stick with me if you'd like to join me. I'd appreciate it. And let's get started. First of all, the materials. I'm using this is a scrap piece of cardstock that I have. I'm going to be using that. I hope you can see. Hope I'm not too far out of range. And then any other scraps that you have. I'm also using a corner rounder, scissors, glue. You'll need a little string for the tag. I'm using a hole punch, and I think that's about it. So let's get started. The dimensions for your paper. For the larger pocket, which is this, you need a piece that's 3 1/4 by 9 1/2. 3 1/4 by 9 1/2, and you're going to fold it at 6 1/4. I'll show you that in a moment. Then for the card, you need 2 3/4 by 4 1/2. Okay? So let's get started. So we want 3 1/4, and I am going to use my cutter if I can find it. Okie doke. So we want 9 1/2. So let's do that first. Okie doke. And 3 1/4. And for the card, 2 3/4. Let me see if I don't have to do anything else now. These are scraps that I had around. So 2 3/4 by 4 1/2. Let's see if this will cut it. Just made it. Okay. Don't need your cutter anymore. So with this, we're going to fold it up at 6 1/4. So I'm going to use my mat to measure it. Let me make sure I'm in the picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1/4. Actually, we're folding down at 6 1/4. And it's okay if you're a little off. No biggie. Bone folder would be good if you're using cardstock. Oh, and I'm just using plain cardstock. You can use patterned if you'd like. But to build and collage it, I kind of like to use the plain. And the first thing I'm going to do is going to ink up the sides. I forgot to tell you, you need a distress ink if you choose to use it. And I just go in circular motions here to help it out a little bit. Okie doke. So the first thing I'm going to do before I glue it to make the pocket, I want to cover the back, the inside, kind of the base. And I'm going to do that with some piano paper. And I love piano paper. I bought it off of eBay. It comes in a roll, or I might have gotten it at Etsy. I don't remember. It's kind of cool. It's from a player piano. So here are the words, you know, as it goes through the piano. I could actually put it this way, because this will still cover enough. And I want a few of the letters to show, but I'm more interested in having this show. So all I'm going to do next is put down some glue. I think I'm going a little down this way. And when I'm collaging thin paper, I like to smooth out the glue so it doesn't make bumps. And you know what? I am like out of wet wipes. No, let me see. It's hard to get these suckers in the store now, right? So let me... Pardon me. Okie doke. So I'm going to glue this down. And the thing about this is it really curls up on you. Okay. Okay. And all I'm going to do next is cut off the excess by turning it over. Whoops. And I can throw this away, because there aren't, just looks like plain paper. And I also want to ink this up. And again. This paper is delicate. You have to be a little light with it. And while I'm here, I'm also going to round the corners with my Memory Keepers corner rounder. Okay. And next, I'm going to keep the palette on here rather plain, because I want the color to be on the cards. I think I'm going to put that right up there. Normally I would put this right on the lace, but in this case, it wouldn't stick so well because of the large openings in it. It's kind of nice. It kind of frames it. Okay, put a little bit of glue here. Wipe that up. Okay. Next, maybe some piano paper for the piano paper. Let's see. Still don't like it. Always, when I collage sometimes, I keep ripping it until I have nothing left, you know. Like this. I just keep ripping it and ripping it. Yeah, maybe it needs to come up higher. Come up a little higher. That's good. And I want to distress it before I put it down. And we'll put it right like that. Put that underneath there. And then we'll just rip that off. Needs a little stain. Whoops, making you dizzy. There we go. And let's see what else. I think that's all I'm going to do for the back. Now we're going to glue this down. Let me close this one because I don't need this thick stream of glue. I'll use the thin one with the thin nozzle. And put a slight bead up and down the sides, and we can put it at the very bottom. Okie doke. Next, let's work on this bottom piece. And I've already pulled some things I'm going to use, but the question would be, where are they? I'm going to use one of Tim Holtz's paper dolls. And then I need something with color. So let's see. Maybe we'll use, maybe we'll use, I don't know if I want all this color. I think I'm gonna go with this amount of color. Kind of the leaves. Cut that in half. Put that over there. Okay, I'm going to distress the edges on this. I need a lot of distressing because there's a lot of white there. Actually, I'm going to cut off this straight edge. Okay, and that's the first thing we'll put down, is that. And I'll put it at a little diagonal there, because I like things crooked. I'm not a straight-on kind of person. Okay, then this is going to go here. but I want to put the little card that's going to hold the tag, if I can find it. I'm so organized in the beginning. And then, okay, so because I want it to have a layered look, I'm going to glue this. Do I want it going this way, or do I want it going this? I think I want it going this way. I'm going to glue the boy and the dog right to this. Just a little, just to keep it in place. Push that down a little bit. Okay. Next, I want to turn it over because I want to put the glue for the pocket that's going to hold our little tag in place. Whoop, I always do this. I don't need it on his head because his head's going to be over the top. And I don't even need it on his shoulders, Dodo Brain. And I did forget to do something. I want to tone down the color a little bit. Normally I would cut that off, but I'm actually going to keep it hanging over like that. I kind of like it. So for our tag, I'm just going to make it out of this. And it looks like it's about that long. Yeah, I'm not usually a measurer, although that has messed me up a couple of times. So all I do is fold it in half without creasing it, cut off the corners for the tag. Make sure it fits, and it does. Let's punch a hole in it. Punch a little hole in the little tag. And add the string to it. Just like that. And cut it just a bit. Ink up the sides. Okay, then I'm going to add a little something something. So let me just add a little bit of music paper to it. Ink it up first. Whoops. Glue it. I hope you all are healthy and are doing well and have everything's going well, I hope. what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make one of those little tiny, tiny envelopes. I have some tea-dyed paper over here. Well, I have to tell you about my tea-dyed paper. Yesterday was the first day I tea-dyed a bunch, probably twice as much as this. And it's the first time I did it with a cold brew iced tea packs. And oh my goodness, it was so much easier. I threw 5 or 6 large iced tea bags into a roasting pan, filled it about a quarter of the way with water, and then what was cool is it took to the water got colored immediately, and it took, gosh, an hour less time of having to steep the water, heat the water, etc. Plus, I didn't burn my hands. So, and I didn't have to leave it in the water as long. So it was definitely a better way for me to tea dye my paper. And the nice thing about it is then after I tea dye it, I'm having trouble with this. After I tea dyed it, then I cooked it in the oven on 2 large cookie sheets. Oh, this is not working out for me. On 2 large cookie sheets, and at 450. I usually used to do it less, but I did it at 450, and I just watched it because it definitely could burn quicker. But it was so much faster doing it that way. And so I would highly recommend it, the cold brew. I thought it colored better than hot tea as well. Many of you might already know that, but I didn't, so I was thrilled. Okay, I learned these little envelopes on Carol Tinson's site, which is Crafty Emporium Designs. She's got some great tutorials on there. If you haven't seen her channel, please check her out. Crafty Emporium Designs, Carol Tinson. Plus, she's got a lovely British accent, so I adore listening to her. And I learned a new word today, which was, oh, I don't have it right with me now. It meant thrilled. I'll have to look at it. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little belly band across here. To hold my little envelope. I'm sorry, I have a habit of doing that. Like I'll start a sentence and then I don't finish it, or I'll wait to finish it. It's really a bad habit with me, so I do apologize. It might be annoying to you guys. Let me ink this up. Okay, put a little ink on the ends. Put it down. I think it'd be easier to make it a little pocket down here, down at the bottom. Then I won't lose the pretty music paper. Then I'm just gonna slip that, hope it fits, please fit. Just barely fits, but I think it's so cute. And then that will fit right in there. Cute. Okay. Now we have to do the card. Remember we checked to make sure it fit? Okie doke. First thing I like to do is on the back, I like to give folks a place to write. So that's what I'm gonna do. And all I do is simply do this. It's already been kind of inked itself. Put it down. Okay. We're gonna go this way. The next thing I want to do is add some collage here. And I want to add some color. So, plus I kind of like the postage showing. I guess I'll have to forego the postage. Oh, let's see. I'll just do it like this. So, as I did before, I just put ink all over, glue all over. Whoops. Place this down in place. Press it down, smooth it out. Cut off the excess. Okay, this is going this way. I want to round the edges before we go any further. Okay. Now I want to ink the edges. Like this. And maybe make some circular. Okay. Next, as I did here, I want to make a little book, a little fold-out book. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that up in this end. I'm going to use my scraps. Don't need very much, and I'm going to use these Domino Digis. So I'm going to use the blue. It'll pick up the blue from the card. And I usually use these Domino Digis. I make little domino books. I have to show you one. I have it right here. I know this is off topic, but I love it. These are my little domino books. I have a tutorial on them, but I make them out of all these Domino Digis. And all I'm going to do, because this is the right size, I'm going to fold in half and fold that way and fold that way, and it'll give us a little domino book. And I'm going to ink the edges of this, even though much of it will be covered. Okay. I'm just going to glue that right on the front. Make sure it's opening the right way. These pages could have been a little bigger, but that's okay. And then I'm going to glue that right up here. Then I need something to go here because this is going to go like this. I need something in that corner. Let's see what I got. I have a little piece of this. Might come in handy. I think I have a little, in this mess, I think I have a little puzzle piece. Let's see. I like this plain one. I don't like the color though, so let me see if I add some of this color. Yeah, that helps. It had like a, has like a really boring color. I want it going this way, this way, this way. Let me put this down because I like this little piece of lace here. And I think I'll have it go this way. Or not. Let me see. I have this one. Actually, I have this one's kind of nice, but I think it's too big. That's pretty. But I don't like the letters on it. No, because it says travel. I didn't really like that. Okay, so we'll put the original one down. Whoops. Just do it. Just make a decision. Come on now. And I'm going to put it like that. Okay. So, there you have it. Our library card pocket. We have a little tag with a little cute envelope. It's so cute. And I didn't ink this up. Or maybe I did, but because it's brown, it didn't take it. There we go. And that goes back in there, and there, and there you have it. Okay, this is the one I made earlier. And I hope you enjoyed this. Next tutorial is going to be on making these little mini folders, mini journals. So join me if you'd like. Next time I'll probably make that later on today or tomorrow. And these are fun and easy to make. So I hope you join me for that. But thanks for joining me for this. And you all have a good day. Bye-bye.